Under social class, we are identifying high level, middle level, low level. So at the time of comparison analysis, the index number is very useful. Aggregated expenditure method, we are always depending on the Laplace formula. If you take the total according to formula sigma WP, we got the value for 20,294.5 divided by the weight is given in the question. Directly we can take this total, so which is nothing but sigma W 145. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the Unit 5, Section 4, third semester Business Statistics BCom. So last unit index number, which is a continuation section for index number. And today my agenda and uses of cost of living index and the steps involved in construction of cost of living index. Okay, or you can say a few problem which is related to cost of price index, or you can say the cost of living index, a few problem. Okay, moving forward, the use of cost of living, where exactly we are using. So the cost of living index, the use of cost of living index, the purchasing power of money. Okay, if you try to calculate the purchasing power, okay, can be determined as well as the computing the real wages fixation of salary. Either the government and private sector, if they are fixing a salary, okay, now they want to find out the, they want to fix a salary allowance which is related to the cost of living. So completely the government as well as the private organization, they are trying to do for with the help of index. Now living index means actually if any person they are living in any specific city, so of course which is completely based on the living index only, they are deciding what price, what salary they want to fix, how much the allowance they want to fix. So that's what, which is the real nature, the fixation of salary and dearness allowance, or we can call it as a DA. Okay, and grant of bonus to the employee. Okay, at the time of granting a bonus, before that they are trying to depending on the index calculation. So based on the index only, they are trying to decide the bonus allowance. Okay, are computed with the help of index number, because the index numbers are based only, they are trying to fix. Okay, now second use, they are used by government for formulation of price policy. If there is any, the price index, the index what we studied based on the price index, quantity index, wholesale index, consumer index. So at the time of formation of a pricing policy, it is suitable. And the wages policy also, if the piece rate system, we know the concept which is related to the piece rate system, hourly rate system. So using a index number only, they are trying to calculate. Okay, and general economical policy, because based on the economical policy now, which is very useful to, we are depending completely on the living index. Third one, comparative analysis between people of different class, because under social class we are identifying high level, middle level, low level. So at the time of comparison analysis, the index number is very useful. Okay, so that can be made. The cost of living index number is used widely in the wage negotiation and wage contract, because blindly they cannot fix the wage based on the index only, based on the living city. Okay, now the government as well as the factory or company, they are deciding a wages. Okay, so that's what the index is very important, because which is completely living index. Now under steps, the define, what are the steps? Here we studied only the three uses I have specified. So the steps in the CPI are CLI. Okay, the cost of price index or cost of living index. What are the steps we need to follow? So the steps involved in the construction of cost of living index number, the steps involved in the construction of the living index number, the first one, defining the purpose of index number. You need to define either which is related, the purpose which is related to the price or quantity or wages, okay, bonus, dearness allowance. So the purpose you need to identify. So the purpose, the whole purpose of the process should be well known for the researcher in order to desire result. If they want to, they are expecting a desired result, the purpose you must be clearly want to understand the purpose. Second one, conducting a family budget inquiry and selecting the weight, because the government or private sector, when they are fixing a salary, wages, allowance, because we are trying to compare with the city to city, urban city, rural city, metro city, because the weight is complete. The human beings are giving a weight for the basic needs, okay, and secondary needs. So that's why the conducting a family budget, it's very important. As a person, okay, dependent or independent, when they are getting a salary from the any specific organization, they want to spare the money for provisions, clothing, shelter. So the weight you have to find out here. And the most important step is to survey of the expense and income of the family, because at the time of fixing a salary allowance or fixation of salary, now the company or organization or researcher, they try to collect the data using a survey technique, okay, the survey technique, the collection of data. So the classify them accordance with their expense, because you need to identify expense. Most of the people, human beings, where exactly they are spending, how they are getting a income, okay, what is the ratio of income and expense. So they need to calculate, conducting a survey. Items are classified according to food, cloth, fuel, and lighting, house rent, and miscellaneous. There are too many expenses which is related to day-to-day living in the society. So you need to calculate. Each and every family, they are trying to do for family budget. Okay. So after getting a salary, after getting income source, they want to spend for primary expense and secondary expense. Then also then have a surplus, means there, which is going for the saving. Here the economical stability conduced on the random basis. During the period of economical stability, we need to study this economical stability. Thus, the family budget inquiry give us the average budget of that class, because we identified there are three classes we identified. Okay, so high level, middle level, low level. So based on their family, okay, which is high income group, they are trying to always they are spending for the luxury item, okay, branded only they are try to give. So that's what we need to study, follow the whatever the information is required for fixing a salary, wages, allowance, okay. And the third step, obtaining a price quotation. Okay, the price quotation means what? So before taking any product, we are trying to collect the information, the price, how much, for example, the competitor price, okay, the similar product manufactured by the different company, okay. So what are the major product is available, how much they are charging, all the pricing information we are trying to collect. So that is nothing but obtaining means the product price, service product or physical product, the price they want to collect before fixing one specific. While constructing a cost of living index number, collection of price each commodity is to be bound, because blindly they cannot fix. So that's what the collection of information regarding for price. Okay, so the collection of retail price, because most of the consumers are they are trying to purchase based on the retail. Okay, so you need to find out the retail price, wholesale price index, retail price index, consumer index, manufacturing index. So there are too many index. It is very difficult task, and they vary from one place to another place. The price what you are collecting, information what you are collecting, you cannot compare in small city. You are not comparing with the metropolitan city. So the cost of living is completely different. So based on the cost of living only, they are trying to go for fixation. So here, even at a stop, to stop also you need to study, and even at the one shop from another consumer to another consumer, because there are different shop, different consumer. So everybody priority we are selecting at the time of studying the index number for cost of living. So therefore the price quotation should be obtained from the different locality. Okay, each and every city, for example, the MYSURU and the cost of living when they are comparing to Bangalore or Chennai or Delhi, so which is majorly we are finding a difference, right? So that's what. And average, these average are made used to construct the index number, because this kind of average, all the information collecting based on the retail, wholesale, shop to shop, consumers to consumer, all the information equally important. Then only we are trying to get an average. So moving to fourth step, computing the index number. Now we need to compute the index number using the major two techniques here. So there are sub-classified into two categories. There are two methods of calculating the CPI. One is aggregated expenditure method. Aggregated expenditure method, we are always depending on the Laplace formula. We know which is a base year, 0, 0, 0. Okay, year 1. Okay, so easily we can remember AEM. AEM stand for aggregated expenditure method, which is nothing but the formula what we are identifying the aggregated, weighted aggregated method, Laplace which is related. Okay, either you are writing symbolically, okay, CLI or CPI. CIL cost of living index, CPI is a cost of price index. Okay, so there is one more method we are using, which is a family budget method, because we know in the index when they are trying to calculate, so they are assigning a weight for the different product. So the first product, second product like food, cloth, miscellaneous expenditure, house rent, lighting. Okay, so there are different weight we are assigning. So here there are two formula we identified. One is weight basis. Now with the help of previous price and current year price, we need to find out the P. You know the P formula. P is equal to small letter P1 divided by small letter P0 into 100. Okay, which is nothing but your capital letter P. So we need to multiply. Weight is given in the question. Okay, we know we have a sign for weight divided by the weight total. Or in case in the question if they are asking a group index, okay, what we are doing, we need to get to numerator W stand for weight, I stand for index. Okay, group index divided by W, sigma W. Moving forward, so there is one questions to understand much better, because we identify there are major two methods are followed. One is aggregated expenditure method using a Laplace formula, and one more is a family budget method, assigning a based on the assigned weight only we are trying to do for this. The first one, calculate CPI for aggregated expenditure method. Okay, so the aggregated method, the commodity is given. Okay, number of unit is given, the unit wise is given. There are two major price, base year and current year. This is your information. Okay, with the help of information, we know the formula. It's very simple. Okay, we are using for CPI formula for Laplace P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0. So that's what we don't want to depend for the current year quantity, but that's what, because of the formula, whatever it is there, the information is sufficient. Okay, so moving forward, whatever which is there in the question I have written in the symbolical. Okay, the commodity is given A to F, the quantity, base year quantity is given, and even the current base year quantity, base year price and base year current year price is given. With the help of, we are trying to do for two combination using a Laplace formula, sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0. For first we need to get numerator P1 and Q0. So that's what P1 Q0. So you can do directly here, see, correct base year quantity along with the base year price. Okay, now we are getting, now again the quantity, base year quantity, current year price. Okay, so there are two combination we made according to formula. So now you need to multiply base year quantity into base year price. 100 into 8, 800. 25 into 6, 150. 10 into 5, we are getting 50. 20 into 48, 960. 25 into 15, 375. 30 into 9, 270. Take this total, which is nothing but the numerator, denominator, the formula, whatever it is there. So again we are multiplying for base year quantity along with the current year price. 100 into 12, 1200. Okay, 25 into 7. Okay, 175. 10 into 5, 50. 20 into 52, 1040. 25 into 16, 400. 30 into 27, 810. So after getting this value, what we are trying to do, the P1 whatever it is there and the base year quantity, now you need to take this to summation. Okay, now we can simplify this formula. In the numerator P1 Q0, the P1 Q0 value is 3675, denominator 2605 into 100. So finally we got the index after calculation 141.07. Now again we need to subtract for base year, which is always for all the problem we are subtracting for the base year. So we are getting the difference. There is an increase of 41.07% of CPI, the cost of price index, or you can say cost of living index. So there is one more question which is related to compute cost of living index using a family budget method, second method. Okay, the information, okay, we know the formula. So the formula, which is nothing but sigma WP into sigma W. In case of direct weight is given. Okay, so you need to find out the weight information is there, even the base year and current year. Okay, using base year and current year, we know to find out the P, capital letter P. Okay, current year price divided by base year price into 100. If you do, you are getting the price value. So the information whatever it is there. So in the coming slide, I have posted in the symbolical, the group is given, okay, our commodity is given, our item is given. So a base year price is given, current year price is given, and weight is given. Now using the base year price and current year price, easily we can find out the P, price value. So here see the numerator current year, denominator 130. So into 100, 170 into 100, one example here calculation part. 170 into 100 divided by 130. So if you simplify, you're getting this value. So same thing, same procedure. 60 into 100 divided by 50, we are getting 120. 110 into 100 divided by 90, 122.22. Okay, again 50 into 100 divided by 30, 166. Same procedure we will follow, but we don't want to this total. We are always depending. Okay, WP. Okay, now weight is given in the question. We are directly multiplying. Okay, so we are getting 65 into 130.77. We are getting this one. 20 into 120, 2400. Like this, you have to multiply respected weight as well as price. So if you take the total according to formula sigma WP, we got the value for 20,294.5 divided by the weight is given in the question. Directly we can take this total, so which is nothing but sigma W 145. So after simplification, we are getting 139.96. Again, we need to subtract for 100. So the difference is there is a increase of 39.96% of cost of price index or cost of living index. So there is one more question. Under family budget, there are two formula we have majorly identified. So which is the group index is problem. So the group index and the corresponding weight for the working classes in a industrial city for the year 2005 and 2010, there is previous year, base year and current year is given. So in this question, which is clearly specified with considering 2005 are given below. So here what and all identify the 2000 what is available. So that is a group index we consider. So the group information is given and the group of weight is given and the group of price which is related to, okay, whatever it is there. See, we know the formula sigma W. In the coming slides I'll explain. Even the individual index also given in the 2010. Okay, what we need to do. So as it is the 4 columns as it is I'm presenting here. The first weight is given, index 1. Okay, there are 2 indexer. First one, first indexer and second index. So first two index, see the weight whatever it is given, I have written because according to formula, we know the formula sigma W I1 divided by sigma W. There are 2 index is given. So there are 2 group identified. Again one more formula, separate calculation for, but considering a weight for 2000. Okay, in the question whatever it is given, here you need to identify which is a I1. okay, and this one is your I2, so which is individual weight. So here the weight whatever it is given, the question I1 is given in the question, I2 is given, and one more column the item is the group, okay, whatever we identify the group, okay, food, cloth, fuel, rent, miscellaneous. So using this three column we are trying to multiply weight into I1, okay, so 71 into 370 to 26,270. Again all these columns, the first ones you completed 3 into 420, okay, and 9 into 470, 7 into 110, okay. After this you need to take this total together. Again we are trying to go for weight into index 2, 71 into 380, 26,980, again 3 into 500, 1,500, 9 into 340, 3,060, 7 into 120, 840, 10 into 282 we are getting. So after taking this total we are getting the index per second 35,200. Now easily we can apply the formula for simplification. So the first one we consider there are major 2 year is 2005 and 2010. So the weight whatever we identified. So after calculating CPI formula we are applying sigma W I1 place we are getting 35,330 divided by the weight whatever which is given in the question, which is nothing but sigma W, okay, sigma W 100. If you divide you are getting 353.33. Now again immediately we are writing a comment, so subtracting 100, okay. Now we are finding major difference. There is increase in the 253.30% of CPI, okay. Again second group we are trying to do the formula again, CPI for 2000, sigma W I2 divided by sigma W. So sigma W I2 we are getting here 35,200 numerator, denominator, weight total 100. So if you simplify 352, again you need to subtract for 100 base here always, okay. So there is a major change we are finding. There is an increase 252% of CPI. I hope you clear. Thank you for watching.